how good does that look? Let's plate up some blinis. Hi, I'm Philli, I'm a chef and I'm here today in the Grillo studio kitchen and I'm so excited to be cooking my glazed salmon blinis. They look delicious, let's get cooking. First up, we need to make a beautiful crust. We've got some lemons, some dill, it's gonna be super fresh. So we're gonna go about 3 lemons. This crust is so light, so fresh, it's gonna go beautifully with the salmon. Now we're just gonna pick in some dill, just like the ends. About a handful of dill to your pestle and mortar, and then a good pinch of salt, big pinch, chef's pinch, and add about a tablespoon of brown sugar. And I'm gonna start crushing that out to a nice fine paste. And you can really smell the lemon, the dill, the herbs. Oh. Oh, smells delicious. So we've got all of, look at that. You've got all of the dill, the lemon. Now we're gonna peg our salmon to our fully soaked oak board. It has been soaking overnight. This is to make sure that it hopefully doesn't burn when we put it in the Gusto barbecue. So we're gonna lay our salmon on the board. Oh, so we've got our salmon on the board, we've got some pegs and lemon and our beautiful crust. I'm gonna lay the crust over the salmon and just like lightly smush it in and like really, really rub that in. You might have heard of cedar plank salmon. It's a kind of a Nordic dish. This is my take on it because we're using oak instead of the cedar, and I absolutely love this dish. When you have these smoked smorgasbords on rye bread, it is gonna be beautiful for canapes, for breakfast, have it all the time. It's gonna be a go-to recipe. I'm just adding a few lemon slices on top, and then we're gonna peg the salmon to the board. So we pre-drilled some holes into the board. So we're gonna find the little holes, put the little pegs in, and hopefully the salmon's not gonna move too much when we put it in the barbecue. There we go. Boosh. I really love cooking outdoors. This really reminds me of a dish that I was making when I was foraging up in Scotland. We planked a salmon and lit the fire on the beaches in Scotland, and we were foraging for mushrooms. It was just like the chef's dream. But at the same time, I've dialed this right back where you can cook it in your home and it's gonna be super easy and super tasty. So the reason we've pegged the salmon to the board is because we're gonna be actually putting it vertical into the Gusto barbecue. So we don't want it falling off, so hopefully, let's do a little meringue test, salmon meringue test, and it is secure, so we're ready to go. Let's get it in the barbecue. The salmon meringue test, gross. Our Gusto barbecue has been heating up, preheated up. I'm gonna lift the lid, woo! Smoky. So I'm gonna take this off. Now the coals are basically embers. I'm just gonna move them up to this metal ring thing, just to give it a little bit of height so we've got an even cook. We're gonna move all the rest of the coals to this side too. So we have room for the salmon. I'm so excited. This is so unique, so unorthodox, and this is the best way to just like use your outdoor barbecues. Having this beautiful space, you can be really playful and inventive with your cooking. I really wanna go outside your comfort zone. So I'm just gonna add the salmon to the barbecue. Vertical down. Woo! We're gonna close the lid. So on the Gusto barbecue, we've got 2 air vents. We wanna nearly close them, just with a small gap, to give a nice, gentle cook on the salmon. Give it a little check. Ooh! It's looking gorge. I think it's getting a little bit too charred, so we're just gonna stand it up a little bit more vertical. I think it's time to flip, I hope. Woo! So exciting. Look at that char on that salmon. Now, we've got a really nice cook on this side, so we just need to flip so we can get a little bit more of a cook on this side. An even char. Sticking back in and close the lid. Now it's just a waiting game. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. Let's check the salmon. Oh, it's looking stunning. Look at the char on that. We're ready. It's been cooking for about 20-25 minutes and it is perfectly barbecued. There's some beautiful char on there. It's ready to put on our blinis. Salmon's cooked, the blinis are ready. We've got the creme fraiche. Everything's ready for our canapes. Let's just flake up this beautiful salmon to see how it is inside. Now let's see how perfectly cooked the salmon is. Flaking to perfection. And then we can add some of the salmon to the blinis. It is smelling gorgeous. It's almost like a hot smoke, and the sugar has like lightly caramelized it. So you get a really, really nice char. And if you want, the belly side, so this side of the salmon is a little bit more fatty than the loin side. If you want to mix and match. Ooh, look how juicy it is. Yum! It's smelling great. You can really smell the freshness of the lemon and the dill. Just dollop the creme fraiche over the salmon. Make it nice and rustic and homely. No canelling here. We're outdoors. Nice little spoons. Oh. It's going to be perfect for that nice spring summer weather with a glass of rosé. I think what would be quite nice is a little crack of black pepper. Oh, and then we can top it with some dill. This is looking beautiful. I would love to be served this at a barbecue. I don't get invited to things because people are scared to cook for me. And just to finish off, we've got a nice squeeze of lemon. So that's it. These are my glazed salmon blinis topped with this beautiful charred half side of salmon grilled to perfection in the Gusto barbecue. Be perfect when you're entertaining over the summer on your patio or in your garden. Great for sharing. Cheers, guys. Super good. It's charred. It's sweet, it's got loads of lemon in there, nice herbs. Oh, yum. Well, I'm gonna eat the rest.